Welcome, everybody, to the podcast, The Link with Bones. Guys, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, share. Yonge Londo, thank you so much for tuning in for another interesting week. Mad Dog, how are you?
The right
Mad Dog,
I'm
Mike
good.
Yag.
I'm good. You know, I'm multitasking here, so I need to.
Yeah, guys, Mad Dog does the sound as well, so it does a lot of things. Mad Dog, quickly, man, clear 5 minutes scenario. Did you see, what do you think about the school violence, man? Lenza guys going, especially because I know Upper Sequoia, Tinestellambosh, Kaimandi, it's happening a lot. But I've seen on the news, Ngogo, it's actually a national crisis.
Yeah, it is a sad thing, honestly, because schools are supposed to be the safe place,
Yes,
you know,
exactly, yeah.
and it would be sad, Gengoku, if ngabe, schools are filled with police, and but I think the issue lies in the parents mostly, because akekho umntana ongamazi umntana wakhe ukuthi wenza ntoni phi kanjani. So I think if the relationship between the schools and getting abazali to be involved in the schools, you understand? And
But Mad Dog, I understand your thing. Ne? I think in a perfect society, but abazali bethu, the reality is they come back from work, go 5, 6. They don't have time to go to the school and be involved, So I think for me that's another challenge.
yeah, but for instance, ngoku siphila kwixesha le-technology where we can communicate nabazali without coming. You understand?
But remember, Umiso one banana by 50 class in 50 kids in one class, and you telling me that she has to go contact all 50 parents.
No, if we have WhatsApp, we have groups. We have schools where they have groups where they can talk things. Like, for instance, a teacher can have, primary school level, Ngoku, we have a teacher, Ngoku, having a WhatsApp group with every
But how, your kids, how many are in the class?
No, it's not.
No,
it's a group of WhatsApp.
No, but answer,
where you can
answer
say,
my question. Your kids, how many are they in the class?
I don't know.
You do know. You do
No,
know.
but saying
It's less than 20.
No, but saying it's not like I'm calling individually. You understand? It's
Yeah,
a group.
but
I
I'm
have a
saying
group where
in
we
the
can-
township schools, the system is completely different, man. I understand. Look, I understand. I'm with you, but I'm saying for me, it's not that easy. But I do understand you. I think, we as society, we need to ask ourselves a lot of questions. These are young men who are very angry.
Yes.
And I'm sure if you're not most are probably fatherless, maybe utata and all of that.
Yes.
So I think it goes beyond Indoka teacher and the parent, but it's a societal issue. Guti mna, as a man, if I've made some women pregnant, do I take responsibility in
Yes.
raising that kid?
Yes.
In making sure, because umdana is not only raised on imali, money only,
Yes.
but also on do I have a social life now? Do we have a relationship? Do I speak life into
Yeah.
him? And then another question, was life ever spoken to me Qala mna, as the father? So I think it's not just a 2-second thing.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Mad Dog, just another one quickly. This one, guys, it's really frustrating. That there were 3. I stand to be corrected. The DA parliamentaries, one of them, Ian something, is on the portfolio of policing. Maybe you went I visit a Philippi, and I think the car was attempted a hijacking or something like that. But the suspects got arrested within 24 hours. 24 hours. But a friend of mine was hijacked in Philippi 2 years ago. His case is still going till this day.
Yeah, but it's everywhere in the. I don't know in other provinces, but I'm living in this country as a Western Cape. So I think jonga apho sihlala khona apha Steli on how when in the white community something happens, how cases are resolved very quickly. You understand? But for us, look, apha ekhaya apha. If people broke into your house, amapoisa, they will tell you they are coming. Until it's too late, then they come to you and tell you, now it's too late, we can't take fingerprints. Do you get the idea? But if it happens in town, the whole force comes in less than an hour. They will be there taking fingerprints, doing all of that. I think it's the same thing that happens there. Le crime yenzeke lokishini where every black
No,
person,
but Pabekse Philip, it's a township.
I'm saying,
And those guys were caught within 24 hours.
yeah, but I'm saying it happened in the same place where I am robbed and nobody cares.
Exactly.
No one. Yabona,
Exactly.
At least yabona, it shows ke ukuthi Western Cape injan. This is the picture of where we live.
Which is sad,
You
man.
understand?
I think, guys, you know, we can't talk so much on this topic because of a guest. So I think, Mad Dog, maybe the guys need to tell us if they would want us to spend more time on this topic and maybe have a separate, podcast for this.
Yeah.
But guys, thank you so much, Mad Dog. Thank you so much for that. So guys, today we have a very interesting guest. As I say, I don't introduce the guest; they introduce themselves. So that's Ibazi. A very, very interesting guest, someone that has done so many great things within our community from his early age. So your life for me is an interesting one, from
Wonder why.
you'll also get to find out now from what you're doing now and where you came from. But tell me, I want to just start it quickly, man. From a high school, were you active at school? When?
As always active as young as I can remember.
When?
From running to soccer to...
What little ball?
I started with soccer, I was in my tail.
What little position?
But it's mostly a big line. Yeah. So I started with the soccer. I only changed to Baleka after Olympics in 1992.
Really?
Because I realized, with soccer, I'm depending to other, so ukho responsible, irresponsible. So I have to organize the kit and then go and wake up and siyodlala sasidlala eClitusville. So finally
So Clitusville is another colored township just outside of
so
Ikaiman.
they were also introducing the system yama-card by players benama-card early 90s. So I have to make sure uyayodlala unawo ama-card.
So you are the team manager and the player at the same time.
Exactly. Ikhona ikit yodlala. So I think your responsibility iqalela ekusekuseni semncane kakhulu.
So where do you think it came from, taking that sense of responsibility at that age? My dog, I'm not sure what's happening. Okay.
Probably ekhaya because xa ukhuliswa ngutatomkhulu nomakhulu, so ubuya esikolweni there's certain things efanele uzenze. So ndimka Eastern Cape ndazoba lapha ke. So apha kumama uyaphangela, so as umntana omdala, so
I've never asked anybody about I've never, I don't know.
sibathathu kumama sibaninzi kutata.
That's always the case. Yeah. So umdala kubo bonke?
Ngimdala kubo bonke abakatata na. Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, so that's where the sense of responsibility probably came from.
Probably, yeah.
So your love for sports, how did it develop, or where did it develop? Or it just happened naturally?
When we were younger,
Yeah.
they were always, because when we grow up, there were politicians around. So there were mentors. Umkhabuliso, it was just something eyenzwa ngabadala to abancane. Yeah, so you learn quickly at the early age that, if you're sitting as a group, usoloko nisona nebhola soccer. So you start kicking his soccer ball.
So that they don't realize that you're caucusing about something.
Exactly.
Hey, days of struggle, guys. Hey,
So from there, then we started playing for Imatel 5 Stars. So I think it was one of. Yeah. But 1992, I was watching. It was the first time in South Africa buyela bheke to taking Xaxheba outside in Olympics.
Yeah.
So I was watching all the Olympics, but one of them stood out very. It was when Ilana Meyer running the 10,000 meters and she finished second.
Oh, wow.
So it kind of gave me all those ideas, like in athletics. So your future is on you. But with soccer, you depend to the other 10. Yeah.
So an Otando Sherish.
No, but you could be responsible. So to be trained, you can discipline yourself. But with
You don't have to be dependent on other people.
Yeah.
So you can be a
So
stalwart.
So your success depends on
on
others
you.
in soccer. So, but in athletics, individual sport is just.
I've never looked at it that way. Yes, it's an interesting way that you've looked at it. So tell me, Ngogo, so are you doing primary or high school at this time?
I was at high school.
You're doing high school. So that's when your love for sports
Yeah.
started, at high school basically.
At primary, I was playing soccer, but like, and in high school, like then
That's
I
when
was
the-
still playing soccer, but at early high school, yeah.
That's when the
And
love
then
came.
when I started athletics, yeah.
Which high school did you go to?
Kayamandi, yeah.
Was it at that time, was it still the primary and the high school or did it-
Yes, it was combined.
at that time it was still a primary and a high school?
Yeah, so we were the first group to go to a look off when they were busy building the school.
The schools to make it only a high school only.
Yeah.
Ngokudala ngoko, ne? Oh, okay. Now, what dreams and ambitions are you having at this time, you know? In your life, in high school, around Goma 92, whatever time that was.
I always dance again. And it's
Really?
uh,
Can I tell people an interesting thing?
what?
Can I say the
Go
organ
ahead.
part? So Uputsongo. So when he's met dog Uputsongo, he has donated his organs. So should he die right now, his organs are gonna go to some other person that needs them. Ne?
But point of correction,
Oh, sorry.
if it's a car accident,
Oh.
so your heart can still help you.
Only car accident.
Yeah, if it's a car
So
accident.
if you die now
but-
in this chair, your
but-
parts won't
yeah,
go to the
but
person.
if ndikhulile, so you never know if they will still be useful. Yeah.
Or only when they are still healthy and useful.
Exactly.
Oh, and this guy travels a lot.
We should all do it, bro.
Hey, you know black
We should-
people.
we should-
You know black people are believing Lon.
Then kuthi bole uzoba isinyanya esingananhliziyo.
Exactly.
Iyodliwa imizimba ovalo, which someone else could have been used and
You
appealed.
know, the first time you told me this, I was shocked. I was
Yeah.
like, oh my goodness.
Bayothi hey lesinyanya esinanhliziyo.
But I guess that's why again you want the doctor.
You know,
part.
if you die on a car accident, you might be dead, but your heart still can be used for someone else. Yeah.
Guys, never. So let's not be selfish. If we die in a car accident, let's donate our hearts. It might help someone to live. You know, the guy behind the camera that is laughing is probably
And
like,
there's so
"Ah."
much you can donate, even your bone marrow and
Ne?
a lot of stuff. Yeah.
So when you're donating all those parts
It depends what they can use. And
out of you, ne? Okay. So you wanted to be a doctor, and then you realize, okay, I'm not gonna be a doctor. And then what followed next?
I just think passion was. I always spotted things that could be fixed within the community at the early age.
Even back then.
Yeah, because like while I was still running, that's when I got into chauffeur, and then I started changing friends.
Was this after high school or during high school?
Before I finished high school, I joined chauffeur because I joined
Really?
Stellenbosch Athletic Club. So
Oh.
when I joined Stellenbosch Athletic Club, I made friends there. So that
And
invited me
what
to
year is
chauffeur.
this? 90,
Uh,
94.
just 94, yeah.
And when you're having white
But I
friends.
started running Woodlands, I can go 92. Yeah.
And when you're having white friends, 192. Oh, okay, cool. And so you joined.
A running club.
A running club,
92, So
okay.
you didn't call them friends there.
And so what made you go a chauffeur?
I was invited by a friend from a running friend.
From a running friend.
Yeah, from
And
a
what year
running
is this? 94, 95?
94, yeah.
94. So really?
So sengimakhwalazi ngisandobuya emakhaya.
Ne? That only 194? Oh my goodness. Oh, okay, cool. So, and then did you get saved? Oh, Ishofa, guys,
Yes,
is a church, Ekwaya Stellenbosch.
Yes, I think like if it wasn't for the sport, probably I wouldn't be open to joining a chauffeur.
Really?
But with the running, like it just brought another indlela nje yoba discipline in doing things differently, because I knew like I'm esikoleni now, I have to do izinto zami, then go for a training. So there was a certain order which wasn't there before.
And then chauffeur, like clash.
It called early 90s, yeah.
So I'm sure you're probably one of the few black
One
faces.
of the probably one of the first from Kanyande,
Ne?
as far as I can remember.
Sure. Wow. And then now it's a chauffeur, and then you finish high school.
Yes.
Then what do you do after that?
Nothing. Just started working at Prochorus.
Immediately. So you
Yeah.
finished high school around 96. Prochorus.
Prochorus started. Yeah, Prochorus started in 1996.
Six, yeah, I know it started
as,
96.
as a mercy ministry, because we would have identified different families.
Can you just explain?
But officially, it started in 1990 as soon as I joined of chauffeur, because we had different cell groups. So my cell group, like it was in Ismare at the University of Stellenbosch. Then later on, says I lokshin xa seyikhula ngoku. Then we started recruiting abantu like a lokshin. But then friends from Ishofa, they would they would come and join our cell in Kaimandi. But they wouldn't even ask for imali because there were not many whites coming to the community
time.
then. Yes.
Yeah.
So I told the guys, let's say if you start giving money, then you're creating a dependency. So we came up with an idea of collecting non-perishable food and
So you're
non-perishable food and then old clothes, and then we'll hand that out. So we sell off about plus minus 12, but then later on the wholesale zone, because it was divided, you would have a cell, then would have a zone, then it would be the whole church. So our zone join in, and then later on the entire church join in. Yeah.
So your love for the community and wanting to do good, that's where it started.
That's when it started. Yeah.
So when so what's Prochorus quickly for the people who don't know?
Say it again?
In non Prochorus or
Oh, okay.
what was it? Might be
Prochorus
different
was,
now.
yeah.
Yeah, it might be different now.
So Prochorus, it was actually, they taken the words out of Acts chapter 5, verse 6. So it was one of the different guys that were doing ministry. So Prochorus was one of the was doing almost what we're trying to do, saving the community.
Which was? How were you guys
We
serving the
call it a
community?
ministry. So, like a church would have like different legs. So our leg was focusing on the poor, reaching out to the poor
How?
and meeting their needs. We did a lot of stuff. Like we started, like I said, we started by collecting non-perishable food and giving clothes. Then later on, we registered as an NGO, and then started working with a lot of different stuff. Because by the time, I remember late 90s, when the HIV and AIDS was one of the major problems in
When
in
AIDS was a
Kaimandi,
pandemic.
because
Yeah.
almost like I wouldn't say even on the weekend, even during the week, we would have a funeral of someone died with HIV and AIDS. So that was one of our projects that we work with. And then computer literacy, sponsor a child. I work a lot with the youth. So that's how we kind of connected, me and you. Yeah.
So now you're working at Prochorus and you're doing your thing. What are you thinking? What's your ambition at the time? What do you want? Or you just going with the flow? Or you gonna plan a call?
We had a lot of plans in terms of making a difference in the community. I think from wanting being a doctor, and then I wanted to.
But you are a doctor because you're a social doctor.
Yeah.
So technically, you did achieve it because that's being a social doctor.
Yeah. So I think the needs were just so huge.
Yeah.
And then I just focused into the community and wanted to make a difference where I can. Yeah.
And tell me, did sports take you far in life? What did you achieve with sports?
Coming from a poor background, it wasn't so easy.
What do you mean poor background?
When you're doing sport, especially like running, you need the proper running shoes. You need to eat proper. So, in the township, most of the time we'll eat bread or whatever is available or musho. Yeah. So I suffered a lot with a lot of injuries, especially shin splint, which was caused by lack of calcium. Was one of the issues and other stuff.
Sure.
But I made it as far as the cross-country SA team, but I couldn't go to the SA champ. As a result, I think we were hosting in South Africa. They were in Kutzenberg. So I ended up being a volunteer on those ones.
Why couldn't you make it?
I had an injury then. So I was going to representing the juniors. But I made it to provincial as well. So
So do you think sports is one of the ways to help abantu baselokishini, whether elokishini or ezilalini? Do you see it as a form of uplifting or?
Okay. To the topic that you guys started with, about just talking about the fights in school.
Yeah.
Sport can play such a huge role because at the age of teenagers, they've got so much energy. So you just need to channel that energy into something different. So one of the things that I've been fighting and still fighting for is just like sport opportunities in the township or sport grounds.
But we do have a sports ground, Mos.
But look at the state that it is. and how many soccer teams
Clubs
can
that we
stay
have,
that can play there. And just like because I remember when we were younger, so we'd have like under 8, we'll have under 12, and have everything. Look at, we once had like 2 rugby clubs in Kayamandi, and they were properly doing very well. They even had like a girls' team.
Yeah,
But-
someone
but-
I heard someone.
But just look at it now. One of the
reviving
teams I remember how it ended, because one of the teams, like, they were clutch with the practice time. So the field that's for the practice was also used by a rugby. I remember seeing different incidents, like someone running, into the girls, like while the girls are training, and the soccer
Is training.
like so incidents like those. Yeah. So sport facilities, I believe, like they can really
So sports is one of the ways, ne?
sport is one of the ways that brings discipline, but also it brings like opportunities, because once you progress into one thing, then you realize I can make a future out of this.
Gayton Mackenzie, sports minister. I hope by the time this comes out, he's still the minister. I hope you're hearing us. Please, we need more sports facilities in townships so that these boys with this testosterone they have inside, bakwazi uyoyikhuphela ebaleni. That's what you're saying, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So now tell me. So now you're doing, you're running, you're doing marathons, or at that time.
Yeah, I started with cross country, and then 800 and 1.5, and then later on to 5,000. You start with this shorter distance, but as you grow up, then you start taking part into the long distance. Yeah,
So you feel sport made an impact in your life,
exactly. Yeah.
ne? And it actually even kind of brought you to God in a way.
When I was playing soccer, before I started running,
Yeah.
I was always in trouble.
Ne?
Sometimes being in the township, just with the group that you have, so you ended up being in the trouble. Even if you're not part of that group when they were doing something, but because they know they are our friends, so you'll be counted in.
Yeah,
So-
guilty by association.
Exactly. So by starting like running, then I think it helped me a lot. Like because I would be in Kutzenberg, I'll come back home later. So now, if I would have been accused, I would have witnesses. that
Yeah,
I was
but you are
training
not
with.
there, yeah.
Exactly. But it kind of like really, and on the weekend we'll be racing somewhere. So it just really drove me out of the group that I used to associate with into something else. Yeah.
But I know sports has made you travel the world, right?
Yes, yeah, I've used I think when I got into Prochorus, then I've made a lot of network with different people everywhere. But also traveling was also like one of my passions.
Yeah.
So I would use as a sport as a part of traveling, because I would choose a marathon somewhere, and then I would use that marathon as a fundraiser.
But then tell me now, who was sponsoring you for the marathon? If there's someone listening there in some township, or kid is listening, okay, I hear this, but now how do I get sponsorship? How do I get, Ezizindo?
I sponsored myself all my overseas trip.
But how?
But yeah, you saved when you want to.
Oh, okay.
So I saved for each and every trip that I wanted to do. But luckily then, when I go to any country, I was already like connected with friends.
Know someone.
So they would host me.
Oh, nice.
But like my tickets and everything, I would pay for my traveling.
Yeah? So you're saying to those kids, ukuthi umuntu ufuneke azamele.
Yeah, you make means. and
You make
things.
means if you really wanna do it, and then uye phango kwakho.
Yes. I think there's only one trip that was paid by Jack Foundation. It was when I was part of fundraising, but I was also connecting with the running. But the rest of my trips I paid for my own.
And at Prochorus, what did you do sports there? Did you have a sports ministry there while you were working there, or what did you do there?
No, I did a lot of things with Prochorus. I was working mostly with the youth as a cell leader, and then also like I was more like, I would gather like youngsters, including you remember, then I would see, then you just bring them together. I would use like different movies, because I remember with you, we watched the movie that says like Facing the Giants.
Facing the Giants.
Yes, and after that,
Don't expose me.
after that movie, then we would talk about it, and then from there, like the conversation would just flow, and then from there, from those groups, then you find those who come constantly, and then the idea was like to not make them to do what I want, but to make them do
What they
come
wanna
up.
do.
Yes, they'll come up with ideas what they would like to do. You remember we had Miss Kayamandi, we had a cleaning up campaign, we had a lot of other projects within the townships.
And those things no longer happen, you know that. And I wonder why.
Well, I'm older now, so the younger generation should have
Needs to
taken
do it.
up. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, younger generation, never. You need to do something. And then now tell me. So now you in Prochorus. Then you leave Prochorus.
Yes, I left Prochorus because I was starting the BMX program. Yeah.
What is that?
Uh,
And why BMX? Why didn't you start a soccer club? Why didn't you start a tennis club?
you remember I said like I love running. So from running, it was something that was not in the township. And then in 2004, like one of my friends had told me about the biggest race of mountain biking that was coming South Africa. So jokingly I said to them, well, if they give me a bike, I would do it. So they was given a bike. I took part in the race. So it was, the race used to start like in Neisner, and then we finished like in Spear in 8 days. So I did that race. But
So-
remember, it's like you can ride a bike, but this is differently because you ride it in the off-road and you go up into the mountain. So mountain biking is just something more like adventures. And
So did you enjoy
so
it?
I enjoy it, but I enjoy it so much because one of the things that I love a lot is nature. So when I did that race, it gave me a lot of idea because, like, to be honest, I wasn't exposed. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. So after that race, and then I decided now I'll take a youngster and prepare him for the race and then do the race with him. So that's how the whole thing started of cycling. So I take a youngster, then I would do the race with him. I remember, I think one of the first one was the late Toban Kheshe.
Yeah,
So,
Tops, not that,
so I did a KPP with Toban Kheshe. Unfortunately, he couldn't finish. He got sick halfway because then he was starting to Neisner and up until Spear. So for the traditional of that race, then you ride for 140, second day 143, and most of the times, like, it was just like a tradition that every year when the first 3 days it rains.
Ne?
Yeah, so he caught up the flow, then he had to come back.
Come
yeah,
back.
yeah.
Tell me, Emma Skole was part
Actu-
of it.
yes, Mastole came up later. Yeah, actually, I got Mastole his first job as a mechanic
Yeah.
because he wasn't he wasn't sure like what to do next. And I
With his
said
life.
like, yeah, I said like, look, I can find you someone who can train you as a mechanic. Then I talked to a friend of mine, and he trained him as a mechanic. Yeah, so actually bumped into him at the airport yesterday.
Really?
Yeah,
Was he in the country?
Yeah, he's back now. He says he's back in the country.
Is he
now.
working here or is he going to go back to Dubai?
He's gonna be working here now. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Guys, Muskole, I think it's one of your success stories. You know, he works in Dubai, or he was working in Dubai. Now that you say he's back,
Exactly,
he was working in Dubai as a
bike
bike mechanic. You know, and it's someone that we grew up with a Pelukshin. So I'm just saying, with sports, besides doing the actual sports, but
Exactly,
within the
the other
sports,
opportunities,
exactly,
yeah,
there are other opportunities.
Because look at how many mechanics now are working for the bike shops around Stellenbosch.
And now
That started in the-
mountain biking is growing.
Exactly, bigger than what it was.
It
then.
was because now they're saying it's becoming the new golf course.
Exactly.
There's more
No,
deals
it's
that
bigger. It's bigger than the golf course.
But,
yeah.
but I'm talking in the sense that businessmen are
That's
doing.
what I'm saying. Like, yeah, because like, look at the biggest bankers. You find them in sport.
In sport,
So
in mountain biking.
all the biggest bankers sponsoring sport. So that means that something.
So yeah, man, you must call
But
when I
also-
when I look at him.
But also they are using it as a way of promoting their businesses. Because people who brand.
The bikes and everything.
No, even the cycling.
Oh,
cycling
attire.
gears, yes,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
That's why you find a lot of ex-rugby guys will be representing certain companies and cycling. Yeah.
I mean, if it,
Or,
if it
or famous sport. Let me put it that way.
but if it benefits the people, then it's fine.
Exactly.
So now you start. So now you see this thing, and then you like, oh, let me start a BMX thing. Or how did that come about?
Yes, like after I realized like I can take take a cyclist every year. Then I realized like the easiest sport, it would be the BMX rather than the mountain bike, because the BMX, you just need 10 bikes,
Yeah.
and just like the place as
track.
big as a sport field.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I started there. Then we started with the BMX then. But also like with the BMX, it helps you to develop your skills. It doesn't matter whether you want to be a road bike or a mountain bike, but you need to learn how to handle the bike.
Oh, so it's a good start.
So it's a good start for either way that you're going to be going. Yeah.
Wow. And so,
So I started there with the BMXing and then later on to mountain bike. Yeah.
wow. But no, you guys did mountain biking there as well?
Yeah, the older kids, they will go for mountain biking.
Also, the younger ones start off with the BMX
Yes, yeah.
and
yeah.
doing the.
Yes, the jumps and humps, yeah.
But how did you get these kids? Could anyone just join Tinder? And how did the whole thing?
Okay. Ngoku bendiqala bendithatha any kids mna.
Okay.
So but ndaphumla ke ngoku. So bona ke ngoku they limit into a certain number.
Of kids.
Yeah.
Do you think that's good or?
It's good because you also need to finally as a class by class. If there's less kids, then you can measure the progress. But if there's many kids,
Then
then
you
it's,
can't.
yeah.
I took
So for me, it was easier because there were many kids. You start with a bigger number, but as the time goes, you find like those who are really core kids who are interested, they will be staying, but abanye bazoyeka.
guys, sorry man, icimile so andiboni apha. Oh, okay. So now you're doing this, and it's interesting for me as good when izinto and then ushiye so that other people can continue, and then you leave them, and then other people, which is a good thing because that means awubambeleli entweni and
You get visionary, so a visionary doesn't stuck into
one thing.
Yeah.
So you
So you just you vision something and then you make sure it's started, then you go. Yeah.
now tell me, man. So now you're doing all these things, yonke lendo. How? Because I know you're married now, and then when did you think about that part, or of okay, now let me settle down, let me have a family and all of that? Because I know back in the day, I mean, you'll be out of the country every now and then.
You know, when you have passions for something, it's you can't really call it a quit, but you can take a rest. Yeah. So now I had when I left the cycling program, then I started with an Ironman, with an idea of building a swimming pool in the township.
That was my idea, by the way. But anyway, continue.
That's so debatable. So when I started with that, like I wanted to do it differently. So I wanted to learn at the age of 40, I wanted to learn how to swim.
I know. I remember that time.
Because I couldn't swim.
And I was
literally.
worried.
Yeah, and I had a fear of water. As a friend of mine, we grew up together quite quickly. I just don't want to mention his name. We would sneak out and go to the dam. I was the age of 12. We would sneak out and go to the dam at Kutzenberg. So I've never joined them, but unfortunately, the day that I joined them, he almost drowned.
Sure.
Just as I was entering into the water. Then he started shouting, help, nceda, nceda. Luckily, there were students around, were sitting around. So one of the students jumped in and then saved him. So since then, I had a fear of water. I remember even if we go to the beach, I would just volunteer to brine and I'll put my feet and wash my face, and that was it. So with the cycling, so we did mountain biking, we did BMXing. Then we had what is called like a duathlon. So where the kids, they will bike and run. I'd taken 2 of them to France and Nancy. So they did very well. I've done duathlon as well. But, I'd done many different challenges. Then idea was like, okay, I've done all of these challenges. I need a
challenge.
I need
So
a
when
new
are you
challenge.
always stepping up?
I need a new challenge. So that's how the swimming, that's how the swimming pool and learning to swim started. But also I wanted to prove out there that the only reason that we're not doing Ironman and all those kinds of events is because we're not
Participating.
we're not given like an opportunities, and we don't have like facilities. So I learned to swim. Then about 4 months later, I did my straight into full Ironman, where you swim 3.8, and then you cycle about 180,
And
and
then
then
you
you run like 42 kilometers.
Okay.
So I did that one. Then I was like, yeah, that was.
I know you might hear. So you can swim now.
I can swim now. I've done 6 full Ironman. I've done 5 half Ironman.
And how many comrades?
I've done 5 comrades.
And you finished all of them?
Finished. If you could say it's 6, then the first one I couldn't finish.
Oh, okay.
I went to run the Toronto Marathon just a month before comrades as a qualifier. Then I hurt my feet. So I started the comrades with an injury. Then I missed the cutoff at 85k.
Sure.
So just 5 kilometers to go, and then I missed
You
the
missed the
cutoff.
cutoff time. But the
So-
rest you finished.
The rest I finished.
And how many Ironman?
6 full Ironman, so half, and then 5 half Ironmans.
Sure. Are you still doing that?
I'm not doing it since 2012. I haven't been doing anything since 2010. But now you see.
Since 2010?
Yeah, and you have been so since 2020,
Yes,
since
about to
COVID.
say.
Since
okay.
COVID. I was very fit just on that day of the COVID because I was going to be doing like the big race I was talking about, the mountain bike. Then doing, I registered for comrades that year. I registered for Ironman and also for 2 Oceans. So I was going to do all of those events, but then they were stopped.
Then COVID hit.
COVID hit, and then all of them were off. So I've never,
You've never...
never go back into training again.
Since 2020, so it's been like
Since
almost 5 years
2010,
now.
Yeah.
Sure. You want to say something, Mad Dog? No. I'm looking at you and I'm calling the funny tat.
But my youngest now is 5 years, 4 years, so he's already riding a bike. So I think it's a good excuse for me
To
to
get back.
into sport because now he's faster enough that I can run next to me.
Really?
Uh,
At 5?
4, not even 5. Yeah,
Sure.
10-4 in end of March. Yeah.
Wow. So, but...
I taught him how to bike just before when he turned. I started when he was 2 years. I started with a
Tricycle.
balance bike. Yeah, so from balance bike, then he just started with a cycling bike just without even. I didn't even put the 3-wheeler.
Wow,
We
really?
Just ride on. Yeah. I hold him how to start and then let him go.
Wow. So my son, I think at the time was 9 or 10. I took him to your thing there to teach him how to ride a bike. I didn't have the patience. I'm like, I don't have the patience for this thing. So I just took him there. Within less than 2 weeks, he was already able to ride.
Yeah.
Hey, mina bra, I prepared. You want to be a proud father. Put the phone is a bike, and then a person just ride the bike without you doing anything. Very disappointed.
I was like, I know, guys, I can't do this. So now, but there's a thing that you told me quickly, man, because I want to tap into your family life as well, because I think it's important for even young people or other people or people. The thing you told me about swimming, what it does for you, the psychology. I think you said it helps you to become more confident.
Well, it's like any sport, but swimming, I think it was. I think swimming was worse because, like at the age of 40, then I felt there's nothing impossible.
Yeah.
With comrades, I wouldn't say I was intimidated because I know how to run.
No many matati.
But with the swimming, especially swimming in the sea,
Yeah.
so you're out of your comfort zone.
Yes, that's what I want to get.
Yeah.
But does swimming help you, even just as a human, just besides now swimming for whatever those things are, competitions, but just as a human, does it help you in any way up in Ngondweni?
For me, it does. I wouldn't know about other people because, you can still running the comrades or running whatever, but be thinking about a lot of other stuff. But when you enter to the sea, for me at least, so that 3.8 is just about swimming and focusing on that because that's not my comfort zone. I can't lose focus. Yeah.
No, but I think for most black kids, it's not because school is not board. So I think for the majority, obviously not all, but I think for the greater majority,
That's why that's one of the reasons my kids started swimming just before they turned 2. So now you can throw them into water. They are confident and comfortable. Yeah.
How many kids do you have?
3, 2 girls and a boy. Yeah.
The youngest is?
Is a boy. Yeah.
Is a
It's
boy.
4 years.
So 2 girls.
Yeah.
So you are trying for a boy. But tell me, so how's family life after you've done all these things?
I think they That's one of the reasons I want to go back into sport now and get into shape because
Ne?
my son is really, he's I don't know if he's following his footsteps, but he's
He's
so
very good in
confident.
sport.
He's so confident on the bike, and then my two girls are keeping me busy. So they're doing swimming and running. Now it's winter sports, so they're doing hockey and the netball. So they keep
So
me
your
busy.
kids are very athletic as well.
Yeah.
Oh, is a mother athletic?
No, not really. No.
So they got it from you.
I would say
So they got it
probably,
from you.
Probably. But I would say like kids they can develop. It's not about
They got it from the father.
yeah, it's not about that. I think any kids given an opportunity at an early age, they will
They
try
can.
out anything that you're given to them. So,
And then-
so my idea is to expose them to all the different sport at the early age. Then when they grow up, they can choose which one that they want. Yeah.
So your next project, what is it now? Is it still the swimming pool that you want to build in the township?
I don't live. I hate unfinished business. So the swimming pool is still the one that makes me
Not sleep at night.
exactly. Yeah.
So you,
I'm still
Gate one,
pushing that way.
we will need a swimming pool in Kayamandi, Stellenbosch, please. So that's the project that you're really passionate about now and that you're
Yes,
driving.
that's one of the things that I would like to get it done. Yeah.
Ne? Is there
Yeah.
progress or is it still Senzim?
Municipality, it would have been done by now, but municipality is not that, Stellenbosch municipality is not that cooperative, so it makes it hard. Yeah.
Maspala, please cooperate. Please, we need a swimming pool. Oh no, Mantati, that's great.
Because like the idea with the swimming is to teach kids just to be comfortable at water
In
at
water,
a very
yeah.
early age. So if we can have swimming pool, the idea is to start them at the kindergarten at the age of 2 years. So you can group the different crashes, then you give them different times just to start about water safety, and then get comfort. Then you spot them from there, like which ones are talented that you can really.
But just a local question quickly. Why can't you use that swimming pool in Clutersville
It's logistically, it's just difficult. Yeah.
to get crashes
Yeah.
there and
Yeah, so for what I want to do, yes, but also safety things as well for the kids, like because they have to cross the
Nobody will
road,
get a range taxi or something that can take them there.
then there's more cost as well involved.
Oh, okay. So it's rather better to have a...
Yeah.
Have you identified land here where it can be built?
You know, this dam just behind Kuyasa has claimed so many
Lives.
lives of the
Yeah.
kids. Yeah, so many kids are drowned there. So ideally, I would like to turn that into a swimming pool at least part of
The
that
dam?
Yeah.
You can do that.
Well, I've brought in like a lot of experts,
and
and
they
then
said-
we've looked at it. Yeah, we had engineer, we had like environmentist. So we have different people like architect as well. So they said it can be done. Yeah, you change a certain, you take a certain part of the dam and then turn to a swimming pool. But also the other idea, you know, in Kayamandi, if you go like when you go towards the former Distel, just next to the Plattenberg River, you'll find people like doing a barbecue there.
Yeah,
So that's not even like a healthy, you know.
thing to do.
So, but like if we can put in, we can build a swimming pool one part, but the other part of the dam will make it recreationally and make a nice blind
Area
stand next to
around it.
yeah. So it's like a picnic area.
So did the municipality say no to that idea?
It would be different if they're saying no. They're not even
Entertain-
cooperative. Yeah, exactly.
At least
But look at now, when I proposed that was even before you had like all those informal settlements.
yeah.
So now it's actually becoming even more dangerous because look
Yeah,
at those
the houses
those,
are right
they're
on
at the
the
edge
dam.
of the
Yeah.
In fact, they're in the dam because when it rains very hard and when that dam is
Those houses
in
flood.
full, so that will
And they
easily,
could
like,
flood and they slide into Oh my
Exactly.
goodness, that is very bad. Oh my goodness, very bad. Can I just ask you another interesting question? So why did you still choose, because I know it's a choice for you, to live in Kayamandi?
Kayamandi, everyone when they feel like they can afford staying at somewhere else,
Yeah,
they always like leave Kayamandi.
yeah.
And at the end, you find out there's not many people that kids can look up into. But also like I feel more comfortable in Kayamandi, and Kayamandi, I call it my home. So I wouldn't like to go and contribute somewhere else, like leave my home.
But you can live somewhere else and still come contribute here and work here.
But then it's different.
No?
You're not really a part of what is happening in Kayamandi. You just you'll be seen. There's many people that are doing that. teachers actually, they move out of Kayamandi and other people as well. So they still teach in Kayamandi, but
Yeah.
you're no longer part of it. You're like an outsider. It's like even if I would have an argument with you about certain things that are happening in Kayamandi, if I say something and I'm not living in Kayamandi, you say it's because you're not staying in Kayamandi. But now it's different because like I can stand my argument because I'm living in Kayamandi. I have my family in Kayamandi.
So it
But
affects
also-
whatever's happening affects you directly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But also, if I move out of Kayamandi, then the way that I look at things in Kayamandi or the way that I get affected, you would look at them differently. I wouldn't use the same energy that I would use now because it's like, okay, me and my family, we no longer live there anyway, so it doesn't affect me. Yeah.
Wow. Just want to say something about that?
No, I was just saying I agree with him because when I used to live in Kayamandi, I think my thinking, it was based on what I see every day about Kayamandi. You know, but now I live outside of Kayamandi. Sometimes I would hear, you know, especially about whatever is happening, the current affairs, probably I will hear them 2 weeks later. Do you understand? But also when I hear them, it's news. It's not part of me. You know, I don't fear it like I used to. So I don't feel anything about it anymore. You understand? Which then affects then your involvement into the community. You understand? So
But also when you start challenging it, then people who didn't really take it serious because it's like you're not living there, so yeah. But if you say like this is the problem that we are facing, it's not a problem that they are facing.
It's a problem that we are facing.
Yes, but I look at like even like the politicians, some of them, as soon as they become deputy mayors or what mayors, and they
leave.
move out of Kayamandi. Yeah. So you're still representing that community, but
But
now,
you don't live in the community.
exactly.
and the passion dies.
Yeah.
Just another personal question.
So it's just a work here.
Last one. Was it an easy conversation with your wife to move here, or was it?
I think no, it was not a hard decision to make. It was very easy.
Because she
But
understands
also
your heart.
but also for the kids as well, because we wanted our kids to be exposed in the township. Growing in the township is also something differently. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. But you can bring them. You don't have to live here.
No, they must live here and experience it. They can move out like at later stage, but right now it's just
I have a different argument to the
I
both of
know.
you, but I won't state it now because of time. I have a totally different argument, but I won't state it because of time. No, man, Daddy, thank you so much for coming. Do you want to say anything?
No, I'll say thank you and then congratulations.
Oh, last question before you say that. Do you think, honestly, from the deepest part of your heart, that Ilogishi can become what you envision it to be?
Can easily do.
No?
It can easily do because all we need, like it starts with the councillors. There's so many people that I know within the township that we grow up being involved in the politics. But after 1994, most of the people, they kind of take a step back and then focus in.
They got comfortable.
Exactly. No, but also you started developing your own career.
That's what I'm saying. They got comfortable.
Yes, but now, it's very sad to put it this way, but like if you look at almost all the leaders are outsider. So the things that we see them as priorities, to them it's not the same. There's things we see them as challenges. To them it's like, I hate saying this,
Yeah.
but there's a lot that the apartheid has done into our people. About 60% of the people that lives in the township, they don't see Kayamandi as home. If you'd ask them, where are you from? They won't say they're from Kayamandi, but they will say somewhere from the Eastern Cape. And they only spend 1 month in the Eastern Cape, but the 11 months they're spending in Kayamandi. So there is that mentality of taking the place that you're staying in as like temporarily.
But yeah.
But this is where you spend like
Most
11
of the
months of
time.
your time.
Yeah.
And you're still staying for years for you.
Wow.
I think it's time for the community. because we have so many leaders that are not just involved. Just starting from there, like just to taking ownership of our own community.
Last question, man. I'm not sure if I have time now. Why didn't you join politics then?
I was in the politics when I grew up, but you get to a point where I felt like, for me, but it will be different for someone else. It's easier to operate for me when I'm not in a politics than people in the politics. Because now I can go and speak with anyone, but now once you're in the politics, you're carrying a certain flag, I mean, a certain cap.
Yeah. Mad Dog, before we close, yeah?
No, I think I was just saying, you know, the whole issue of staying a Kayamandi or not, because, you know, if you are a leader of a community, but when you address the people, you're saying, maybe when you talk about the people of the community, you say, the problem about these people, you know, you're not involved. So you it's just a job. You're not part of them. You live in town, you live somewhere, you know. So it's easy to just say, you know, no, the problem with the people Basekayamandi. You
distance yourself.
Once how you address the issues. Which, no, I've tried to help these people. So you get the idea.
Yeah.
So that's where the gap starts to open, because now we don't see you as part of us, and we don't see you as somebody who understands us. You know, I think that's an issue.
Yeah.
But also if I start talking about Bones and he lives in Kayamandi and I don't, I can have a good argument, but he was saying like you would never understand because you don't live here. And by the way, I did move out of Kayamandi.
I know, that's what I'm saying. You did move, then you moved back in.
So, and then when my kids were in a certain age, then I was like, okay, it's safe enough for them to come back. And then like,
Yeah. Thank you so much, man, Potsongo, for coming. I think your story is an interesting one for me because, and I know the viewers will find it very interesting as well, because you know, I didn't know you wanted to be a doctor, but I do want to say you are a doctor because you've helped so many people and you're still fighting some of society's social ills. And I know you involve so much in the community. And for you, it's a choice to live here. You don't live here because you have to.
No, this is not about a choice. This is my home. Man.
I know it's your home, but I'm saying it's a choice. And I really appreciate that because you become like you back what you speak. You know, you're not like our leaders this day. They just talk, but you back what you speak, which is, I think, anyway, yeah. You know, so thank you so much for coming. And I hope I can have you again and you just share more of the stuff that you do and maybe that you do later on. So thank you so much. Want to say
thank you very much. It was quite an honor to be hosted by you. I know this has been your dream for a long time, so it's actually here. And I wish you all the best. And I think that's the beginning of many good things within the community. So
thank you so much.
It's I get so inspired, especially by you, because I know from the group, you give me a motivation to keep on going for certain things, because I remember from the youngsters that I kind of tried to influence. So you were one of them that were willing to listen and then started, I gave you like things to think about, and then you started like really considering it.
No,
so you could have easily stayed with that group next to the shop and just be...
and that's how we met, you know. Just we were next to the shop,
next to Amatiba,
smoking weed.
Exactly. So you're one of the few that came out. So it's like it does give me that hope, at least. You know, you can save one life, but that means that life will change others.
So thank you so much, though, for coming to us next to the shop while we were smoking. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and the notification bell. It's the link with Bones. Holla at your boy.